Troop F investigated a one vehicle rollover fatality crash last night where 5 people inside the vehicle died. The 16-year-old white male was driving the vehicle. They were going from Terrell, Texas to Disney World in Florida on a family vacation. The 16-year-old was driving, veered to the left into the median, overcorrected. The vehicle rolled over. 6 of the 8 passengers in the vehicle were ejected, and 5 of those were pronounced dead at the scene. We talked to the 16-year-old driver, which lived. He was properly restrained. He said he fell asleep when he ran off to the road, ran off to the left. He veered back to the right, and there was nothing he could do. He rolled the car over. As far as we know, you had to be 16 to have a permit, so he had a driver's license in Texas, so it's okay for him to drive in Texas, which means it's okay for him to drive in Louisiana. His parents thought he was a competent driver, so they let him drive. The injured parties, I just spoke with the captain. He said he was at the hospital this morning, said that the 2 parties that were here at local hospitals have since went home with their aunt, I believe, or their kinfolks came, and they're on their way home now. There's one in Shreveport that was injured a little bit more severely than the 2 here. His family is with him in Shreveport also. They said when the vehicle ran off the road and came to final rest, it was almost under the Highway 80 overpass. So troopers got there. They talked to the driver. He said there were 8 people in the car, and when they finally accounted for everybody, 5 of those people were dead. Right. The driver was properly restrained in the driver's compartment, and he, for the most part, had minor injuries. There were 6 people ejected out of the 8 inside the car, so obviously they were not properly restrained. All crashes aren't survivable, but you it's a lot better chance for you to survive any crash if you have your seatbelt on. It's better to stay inside the car than outside of the car, obviously. So it's number 1 priority to wear your seatbelt anywhere you go, every time, every trip you go on, regardless of how far the trip is. They were leaving Texas, going on a family vacation, and a snap of a finger, everything changed for not just that family, but their local community, their friends, their immediate family, outside family. So it doesn't just affect those 8 people; it affects hundreds of people in the community. So the 2 parents were Michael and Trudy Hardman. They were both from Texas. They had been previously married and had children with their other half. And I'm not sure. I know they had a 4-year-old who died in the crash. That was their child together, and the other children involved in the crash were from previous marriages. 2 were adults. There was a 16-year-old driver, a 15-year-old, 2 12-year-olds, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Just please wear your seatbelt. The holidays are coming up. This family has to go through this now for the rest of their life. Around the holidays, it's just it's a tragic accident that affects so many people's lives, not just people in their community, but people that just hearing about it, could be affected by it. So